It was a big day for Aaron Cevalle. Let's discuss on Fantasy Baseball today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Tuesday, August 16th. I am Frank Sanford, joined by Scott White. And let's start with Aaron Cevalle, who posted a season-high 10 strikeouts against the lowly Detroit Tigers. We have to mention that, of course. 6 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, just 1 walk in this one. And Scott, he leaned way into that curveball in this start, which is very encouraging. 49% rostered. What do we think? Must add, Aaron Cevalle?
I wouldn't say must add, but he is, he's been an interesting pitcher in the past, and I think he could be again if these changes that he made here in his second start back from an IL stint, if they hold. Yeah, it would be easy to just dismiss this performance as a fluke start against a bad lineup, and maybe in the long run that's all it'll turn out to be. But the fact that he did throw that curveball 44% of the time, normally that's around 25% of the time, so a big increase, and that's his best swing and miss pitch by a considerable margin, over a 40% whiff rate on that pitch, which is a great whiff rate. And it was responsible for 11 of the 18 swinging strikes that he got here against the Tigers. Cevalle is a pitcher who likes to tinker. He remade his entire delivery heading into last season. And maybe he's tinkering some more and is going to land on something that works. So I'm intrigued. I'm at least keeping an eye on him if I can't figure out a way to get him on my roster. And, guys like Braxton Garrett or I don't know, like a Marcus Stroman. Like I'm not ready to drop either of them for an Aaron Cevalle. Not saying that, but there's probably somebody in the 12-team league, in your 12-team league, that could afford to fit him on the roster and see where this goes.
All right, that is Aaron Cevalle. Let's take a look at some other pitchers. Let's rank these in shallower leagues. Alex Cobb had a strong start against the Diamondbacks, and over his last 9 starts, he's got a 3.05 ERA. Marcus Stroman has now given up 4 runs in back-to-back starts against the Nationals. Of course, they were unearned here on Monday, not really his fault. And Josiah Gray, back-to-back quality starts after a rough stretch for him. He goes 6 innings, 3 runs with 10 strikeouts against the Cubs. And Johnny Cueto just keeps on at the Astros, 8 innings, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts. The ERA is down to 2.78. Scott, how do you rank these 4? Cobb, Stroman, Gray, Cueto.
Well, I'm going to put Cueto last, but I think we're to a point now where I can't just keep dismissing him. He keeps getting it done, going deep into games, maintaining an ERA below 3 somehow. He's had a very long and successful career. It seems like he's just on veteran guile figured out a way to continue to succeed on diminished stuff. And we've seen somebody like Adam Wainwright learn to do that too. So it's possible that in spite of the bad ERA estimators, Cueto could legitimately be useful, but I'll nonetheless put him last. I'm going to put Josiah Gray first because I think start to start, the upside is highest. Now, he does have an ERA near 5, so I could understand not putting him first, but his strikeout rate is very high. Certainly of this group, he's going to give you the most of that. And, it starts where he emphasizes his slider more. That wasn't the case here on Monday, but it starts where he does more. He can keep the home runs under control. And even when he's giving up home runs, he often finds a way to succeed in spite of that. So a bit combustible, but I'll put Josiah Gray number 1. 2 and 3, I'll go Cobb followed by Stroman. I think they're similar pitchers. I think when you look at the xFIP for both, there's a lot of reason to be encouraged. Cobb, especially the kind of run he's been on his last 9 starts, as you pointed out, Frank. He has a better supporting cast than Stroman. So that's the main reason I'm going to give him the edge over Stroman. So again, Josiah Gray, Alex Cobb, Marcus Stroman, and Johnny Cueto is how I'd rank them. I think they're all pretty useful.
All right, now let's rank a few middle infielders. John Birdie went 2 for 4 with his 29th steal. He's 54% rostered. Bryson Stott went 3 for 5 with his 6th steal. And over his last 28 games, he's batting .314 with 3 homers and 3 steals. And then Luis Rengifo went 1 for 4 with his 8th home run. One of the flukiest home runs that you will ever see, but he did it. He hit a home run. So, Scott, how do you rank these? Birdie, Stott, Rengifo.
I would rank them Birdie, Rengifo, Stott. Birdie, two stolen bases in 4 games since returning. He just keeps doing what he did before going on the IL. He might be the most prolific base stealer in the game right now. It's just crazy to think about, and that's obviously, it obviously has value in 5x5 leagues. But a versatile player like that, if he's going to be that prolific of a base stealer, he'll have some use in points leagues too. I'll go Rengifo slightly over Stott. Of course, Stott has, I think, a better long-term profile, but Rengifo batting in the heart of the Angels lineup, providing a little bit more speed. I think he's just slightly more useful than Stott, even though I'm encouraged by what I've seen from Stott lately.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.